From Phoenix Force to Phoenix Right, nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's something they love above all else, and that is correcting people. This is Actually. Joining us on the episode today, we have Shane Crown.
Hello.
Jenny Lorenzo.
Let's get dangerous.
And Erika Ishii.
Hey!
How's everyone feeling?
Good.
Super.
A little bit of nerves, a little tense, a little...
God. Seriously, yes.
Yeah? We'll ease right into it. I mean, Shane's the only one who's done this before, right?
Yes, I have done this before.
Yeah, you sound more intense than everyone else.
Yeah, how did it go? If that's his reaction, and he's the one who's
Here I
done
go.
it.
Because I know what to expect, and I know that I will not be
Okay.
the same on the other end.
All right, well, the game is very simple. This is a stack of statements. These are false, untrue statements about the things you know and love. It's up to you to find what's wrong and correct me. And there's like two rules. You have to precede all your corrections with actually, sort of like Jeopardy style. If you don't answer an actually, I won't give you the point. And you can interrupt me whenever you want. As soon as you spot what's wrong, you can jump right in there and prove that you're smarter than me, just like in real life. You can feel free to grab your buzzers. Let's jump right in. The BBC series Torchwood follows a small group of people from the Torchwood Institute, a government organization founded in the Victorian era to defend Earth from supernatural threats. The name Torchwood itself is a reference to Shakespeare's The Tempest. Yeah.
Actually, it's not based on The Tempest.
It's not a reference to The Tempest. Yeah, I'll give you the point unless someone can tell me where the name does come from. So Torchwood is not a reference to The Tempest. So your
should
point
know this.
unless someone can say where Torchwood comes from.
I should know this.
Shane.
Actually, Torchwood is from Othello.
No, it is not.
Can we just go through his entire oeuvre and, actually, it's about much ado about nothing.
We can go through the entirety of Shakespeare's works,
Given
but I
an
will
infinite
say
amount of
it is
time.
not a reference to any Shakespeare work.
figured
So
that.
rather than getting stuck here forever, I'll give the point to Jenny. Yeah, it's not a reference. It's not a reference to The Tempest. Torchwood is just an anagram for Doctor Who. So when they spun off it was like a working title that they rearranged, and then they're like, oh, this actually works as a good title for a show. That's Torchwood.
My car is blue because of the TARDIS. And I have a bumper. I just give up. I should have known this. This is embarrassing.
Did you watch Torchwood as well as Doctor
I
Who?
did not.
Okay. So you don't need to know then.
Yeah, and
No,
plus,
but
it's
it's
like
like-
you could have watched all of it and still not been good at Scrabble.
Yeah. You weren't constantly rearranging the letters of Doctor Who to see what it might make.
That's fine. Cool. Thanks for the point.
Yeah, it's yours now. This is about Captain Planet. In Captain Planet, Gaia gives 5 special rings to the 5 chosen Planeteers. 4 are based on the Platonic elements, earth, fire, wind, and water, while the remaining ring, Heart, is little use on its own, but necessary for summoning Captain Planet. Yes, Shane.
Actually, they're all equally necessary for summoning Captain Planet. There's nothing special about Heart.
They are all necessary for summoning Captain Planet. I'm gonna say no. You're in the right area, but you're Jenny.
Actually, it's meant to change the hearts of the bad guys and bring everybody together like a happy family.
No. Well, no. No. I mean, I guess metaphorically, but not magically. Erika.
Actually, Mati does use the ring on his own, apart from the rest of them.
Yeah.
I think was there like a dolphin episode or something? I think it was a dolphin episode. Somebody made friends with a dolphin.
Yeah, you're getting right to it. So really what I'm asking here is, what does the heart ring do?
Friendship?
It's more than
Does it do friendship?
It does
Emily.
blood. It does blood. I don't know.
All I know is no one wanted to be Heart in the playground, okay? Fire, and I'm like, it's like being like Sporty Spice. You know
I
what I mean?
always called water because that was the Asian chick.
Yeah.
I don't know about
It's
heart.
about who cares
Yeah,
about
who
Heart.
cares?
Screw that guy.
I care about heart. Gosh, I feel like I could equally give it to either Jenny or Erika or to no one. Yeah, anyone want to take a stab at beyond the sort of metaphorical opening people's hearts? What does the heart power do?
This is so deep.
What is heart all about? What is love? If anyone can answer what is love, I will give you 1 point.
Shakespeare.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me no more. Yeah, no, that's we'll go ahead. We'll just call this one a wash. So the power of heart is like it's telepathy. It's communicating with animals. It's a very powerful thing that. And you're right. Like everyone was always like, fuck Mati, fuck
get
heart.
older.
It's like it's Professor X with a monkey.
Wait, I was about to say, was that actually telepathy? That is the most
It's the most important
one.
power. It's crazy. Like we as kids, it was always just like, yeah, no, what does heart do? It's like that's not shooting lasers or fire or wind or anything like that.
I feel like if they'd called it instead of heart, mind screw or something, then people would have wanted to be Mati on the playground more
Wind,
often.
water, mind screw. No 1 point to Mati, no points to anyone else. Here we go. The unified Zelda timeline that attempts to link all the Zelda games into one coherent timeline is incredibly convoluted, involving time travel and split timelines. While Nintendo hasn't confirmed any one official timeline, most fans agree that the first game chronologically is Minish Cap, and the timeline splits at Ocarina of Time. Shane.
Actually, Minish Cap is not the first one. The first one is Skyward Sword.
That's correct. Yep, you got it. I was going to say, like, can you fill in the rest of this information? And you very slowly did.
I was hoping you would say that's correct before I had to take a chance on it not being the right
I wanted
one.
to see if you would do it and maybe throw it around if you couldn't. But yeah, Skyward Sword is the first chronologically. Yeah.
And also, they did somewhat confirm it because they published the guide, the guide to Hyrule. And it's this big leather-bound,
that
impressive
giant book
tome,
thing?
and it has the timeline where it splits an Ocarina of Time. And so there are two different split timelines depending on whether or not he saves time in the future with the time skip or in the past. or
Actually, there's
doesn't.
3 timelines.
Yeah, or if he
There's the
fails.
child and then 2 adult timelines
Yeah.
in which he wins and which he loses.
Because I know for a long time it was just sort of like, oh, we're just making games, and then the fans were like, no, it all fits together. It's great that they have sort of like taken that in, because it does feel like the work of a few extremely devoted fans trying to puzzle together a convoluted puzzle, and then Nintendo just being like, yeah, that's right. That's what we are
sounds
going
right.
for.
Thanks, fans.
Well, great. That's a point for Shane. This one is about Star Trek. In Star Trek, Q is a Q from the planet Q. He and his wife, Q, have a son named Q.
Lord have mercy.
Shane.
Actually, the son's name is R.
I love that guess. But no, I should specify too, it doesn't really come across on the page. His son's name is Q. It's a lowercase q. Sometimes they call him little q. But it is still Q. Yes.
Damn, y'all, you didn't read
There's
the rest of the
only-
alphabet.
Very well thought out mythology here from
There's only one thing wrong with what
Gene.
I've just said.
I'm sure there is.
All right, I feel like by process of elimination,
yep,
we can
that's
figure
how-
out which of these is not named Q.
There's an imposter Q in here. I think as a team we can figure
Jenny.
it out.
Actually, it is not the planet Q.
That's correct.
Wow.
It's just, I used to watch Star Trek growing up, but it
Yeah.
was like in the background on
Yeah.
my little TV set. And I don't know.
Do you know where he is from?
I don't know the name of the actual planet.
Actually, is it the Dimension Q?
Oh, you're on the right track. I'll keep the point for Jenny, but he's from the Q continuum, which is basically another way of the sort of the Q dimension. But yeah, everything else Q is a Q from the Q continuum, with a wife Q and a son named Q. It's just Q. It's Q all the way around.
Okay.
Was there another writer's strike or something that happened?
Someone had a broken keyboard. And they're just like, oh, what do we call this guy? Like, all right, we are going to move on to our first shiny question of the game. Now, shiny questions are like shiny Pokemon in that they're worth the same amount of points. They're just a little bit different and a little bit rarer. So this is a game that we call Match the Voice. We're gonna ask you to match a character with the voice actor who plays them. Whoever can name the most correctly will get the point. Go ahead and flip those over. Let's take a look at them. I can't tell if Jenny's done or frozen in fear.
Like, so intense right now, 'cause I love cartoons, and I don't want to screw this up.
Let's go ahead and flip those around. All right, Shane, walk us through who'd you choose here for what?
Well, I've got James Avery, as who I believe is Uncle Phil.
Yes, he was.
As Shredder.
Yes, the same character, really.
Yes. J.K. Simmons really threw me.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I was like, I am unaware of his voice acting career, so I was like, Yellow M&M?
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Jaleel White as Sonic. That's kind of another guess. I'm not sure about Sonic. Jessica Walter as the dinosaur. Meg Ryan as, I'm not familiar who this character is.
That's Dr. Blight from Captain Planet.
And Vin Diesel as the Iron Giant,
That
which is the only one that I knew for
sure.
Or I knew James Avery also.
Yes. It looks like also everyone else has the exact same thing slotted in. And I'm very happy to say these are all 6 totally right. So everyone gets 1 point for being 100% correct on all these. Yeah, I love that cartoon. There are like actors here. It's like, oh, it would be very easy for you to just be like cast as like, you're just Steve Urkel forever. And I'd be like, no, I can, this is like a way for me to do something else. I can be Sonic for a little while, you know? And that's it for this episode of Actually. Actually, it's not. There's way more of this episode over on Dropout. Go to dropout.tv and start your free trial today. I'll be right here. Well, I'll be over there. I mean, I'll be in both places at once, because this is just, there's more. Technology. We've taken 6 of those titles and rearranged the nouns so you can put them back together again.